Yo, V. How do? Hey, Sebastian. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, not too bad. How are you doing? Modeling all day and watching someone. No, the modeling is just background noise. The community chat is what we're mainly here for. It's happy Thursday to you, though. Happy Thursday. Hola, Leah. Hola. Hola la la la. Indeed. Welcome, welcome. It is I, Sir Chunk. You could do this in Houdini. Yeah, if I want to take 1 year like you, I could do it in Houdini. Yeah, it is. We haven't worked on this in a while, right? This is one of the stream things we do. But most of it's currently existing in there. So we're just working on these and get these in. 1, 2, 3. And then the gate area. Madge. I'm Madge. That's you right now, Leah. I'm Madge. I haven't opened Blender in a while though, so it's gonna be remembering things while I talk to you guys. You know. Same. Same. How's everyone's Thursday going? All three of you. Hey, designer. Welcome to the Patreon, by the way. Have to get to see some cool work in the later half. I feel like I wasted a day trying out something new. That's all right. Not every day is going to be. Not every day is going to be productive. So if you're not sure how the feedback works, we usually start feedback about an hour into the stream. It depends how many people, and you can either come join the voice and we can talk about your work, or I can just give you feedback on the stream. That's usually what happens. I'll usually hop into the YouTube stream voice chat in the later half of the stream, and people will come in with their project and we'll talk about it. But if you don't want to talk about it, I can just review your renders on the strum. Either is fine. Hey, Mr. Brooker. Welcome back. Good to see you again. How is your first day going, Mr. Brooks? Mr. Tanox. Tanox Brana. Ah, yeah, BF6. Congrats again. The game I was working on came out today as well, so it seems those were both recent game releases. So that's pretty cool to share that with you. But yeah, I've not played it yet. It looks awesome though. So good job on it, man. That's cool. Asset shopping lists. Yeah. That's the way. Yeah, it came out today. So Reach on the MetaQuest. So just seeing, waiting for reviews and stuff to come out. But yeah, it came out today at 4 p.m. No one's gonna know that reference, Tanox. You underestimate how old you are. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Donkey, donkey. You got no proof. Slander. I'm gonna sue you. Sue him. Sue him. Yeah, VR, MetaQuest, PC, all that jazz. My wife tried to play Gran Turismo on PS5 VR. Yeah, like some people get motion sick, some people don't. It's one of those things, right? Not for everyone. I looked at video games for a little bit when I was at Warner Brothers. I assume Warner Brothers, but it wasn't released. It was great fun. Yeah, I really like the technical challenges and limitations of VR. Really, really forces you to get like the most out of the minimal. You know. Hey, Via, how are you? How's your Thursday going? Oh, nice. The first Mass Effect or one of the more recent ones? Which one? Great games. Oh, nice. The first one was, I think that was made by, was it BioWare Edmonton? If I remember correctly. Yeah, I remember BioWare Edmonton. It's really cold there, apparently. Like, super cold. Edmonton. The quiet life is for me, that's for sure. That's cool, spaceships. Yeah, the art direction of ME1 is great. Really well done sci-fi, for sure. Yeah, you want to? Sorry. Ugh. Sacred. Oh. I prefer the writing of ME1, had the best mechanics. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played all of them. I think I've only played the first one. I think the first one, or the second one, let me check. I remember the cover vividly. Yeah. Yeah, okay, it's Mass Effect 2. That was my first one. Started on 2. Rex said, oh my god. That's quite the name. Welcome. Welcome to the stream, Zander Jans van Rensburg. Don't know if I pronounced that right. I think I've seen you on the stream before. Welcome, welcome. Guten Tag. What's my screen resolution? What the fuck? Why is that so jagged? South African. Awesome. I work with a few South African people at work. They're super awesome. Oh, let me do the V. Hold on, let me do the V. I forgot. You ready for the V? Nani. That's the V. Look down. Gonna do that every time now. The V. Nah, man, that's what V does on all his videos. 5.7 is giving me some very, very big juggies, which we'll find the fix. But yeah, for context, we haven't opened Blender in a while. We haven't worked on this. This is like the long-term stream project, right? Where we'll teach things L0, L1, textual density. It's very long-term because I don't load it up all the time, right? It's also the project I do to learn Blender when we started the stream this year. Even in the asset zoo. Yeah, bro. Even in the asset zoo. Let's go. Yeah, lots of stuff to do. But not in a rush, right? That's the thing. The focus of these is to. What the fuck is that? It's to chat with the community, right? This is just background noise. Like me doing stuff on the screen is just the background noise to a lot of stuff. Again, you get burritos every day, Leah. Oh, she wouldn't have saved any for us. Like, dude, you should. Oh my god, he eats those burritos so fast. It's like for such a little person, it's madness. Now, even next time, you wouldn't do it. To be honest. No, no, no. It's true. Ugh. All gone. All gone. Cookie Monster burritos. True. See if I can remember how to do this. I remember that this was very finicky with some meshes. It's been a while. Hey, what's that? Oh, okay. You guys a Game of Thrones fan? Are you on about the House of the Dragon new season? Because I like House of the Dragon. I didn't like Game of Thrones towards the end, but I've liked House of the Dragon at the very least. Yeah, I see what's happened. Let's see. Yeah, House of Dragon's really good. Enjoy, enjoy. Let's go. Pivot's still fucked, but let's go. Yeah, I've got all this crazy aliasing. I wonder if it happened when I went to 5.7. It's probably an engine thing that I need to look at. Okay, I'll look into that. Hey, Freaky, welcome to stream. I don't think I've seen you here before. Yeah, House of Dragon's really good via. Yeah. Waiting for the new season. Waiting for the new season. What? What? Yeah, you can't hear my music. Got some hip hop on. Not breakdancing. What Blender add-on is that? Which one? Mijn normals are fucked. Hey, Quentin. Man, a lot of new people in the stream. It's like, as soon as I turn on Blender, it's like, so many new people. Good to see you. Good to see you. How we doing? Welcome to the Strum. If you're wondering how things work, we talk to people for about an hour and a half, and then we look at Patreon work and comment on it, and we have a voice chat with the person that's done the work. And yeah, that's usually how it goes. So we just meme and have fun and do all that sort of stuff, really. Oh, the export one, yeah, ATT. It's not perfect though, as you can see, right? Kind of can mess up the pivot in with multiple meshes. I talked about my problem with the folder and files disappearing a while ago. Found a way to get them back, take the files out. That's so strange that, yeah, Unreal gives very, very strange things sometimes. Yeah, this ACT, the one V talked about in chat, lets you do it with like parent by collection. Just lets you do it from world space. The pivot is a bit broken on the collection one, but most of the time, with some cleanup, my transforms might be scuffed, but it works well. Otherwise, right? What is this? You found the final boss of CG. You find the final boss of CG every week, Via. There's always a final boss. This time it's actually the final boss. No, there's going to be someone else next week. Guarantee. Mass Narita. Not heard of it. 3D, CG, organic. What's the specialism? Ever tried the USD workflow? Nope. I have not, sadly. No, I've just got the faces the wrong way from just modeling in certain places, so I'm just flipping them. Blender. Lead modeler at ILM, worked on the first Millennium Falcon. Well, like the first ever Millennium Falcon, like from like the 70s? Question mark. That's all good, Brooker. They be fixed, but yeah, I had that view mode on, which helps. Is there a way to have a checker when doing UVs? It's annoying to have to. I'm not sure what you mean, but you should put a material checker on. It should be good. Worked on all 13 Iron Man suits. Is that how many he had? God damn. It's gonna be Scott Warren next week. Yeah, we're going hard on the guest talks. We got Nate Stevens coming in 2 weeks to give some environmental feedback, and then do a Q&A. Oh, getting quite a few folks in, which is good. So for me, I always change the map because it's important for textile density. Like you need different checker texture map sizes to do that. You can't do it in the material. I'm not ready for Nate Stevens. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Where have they moved the cameras to in 5.6 and 5.7? Aha, there we go. Oh, Unreal, what have you done? You've aliased everything. Uh, right. Mini pillars. Bench. Okay. Ropes. First ever CG. Oh, okay. You said C. Okay. Wait, was the first ever CG one really 2015? Well, I guess that sounds way more recent than what I would have thought. To be honest. See, I just have my go-to ones that I use for everything because I've set it up for textile density, which is the. Oh, they're on the Patreon somewhere. the classic multicolor one. Yeah, there we go. So I always just have a texture set of these that I use for everything. So we have like each one at each one is a separate texture because the size is important for the 0 to 1 UV instead of using the same checker with material tiling. So that's what I use and pretty much just have on every project. Plus, I like that one. It's not nice and rainbow. These two, these are. Oh, I didn't link to this one for some reason. I linked to the bottom one though. What to fix that? So these are just like things I want to get somewhat close to for general quality. Bearing in mind I haven't done full environment art in a while, right? So we want to get close enough to this one, right, in the future. And we have the block out quality bench. So once we finish our block out, we'll compare to that. This one's good as well, but compared to always put color on blockouts, ideally for personal work. So we'll compare against that once we get our stuff. Like I said, we've just been working on this bit, right? And then this bit. So we'll soon be at an L2 stage for blockout in the future. That's it. Rainbow UV checker or nothing. That's what you want. Yo, Root, how you doing? No, not yet. I've been playing. You know what I've been playing? You'll laugh. I've been playing the demo of Sonic Sonic All Stars Racing. Not even the full version, just the demo. It's just so much madness and fun. And I'm currently playing through Hogwarts Legacy because I need to for the next major YouTube video, right? Is Hogwarts Hogwarts Legacy focused. So yeah. What are your thoughts on Borderlands 4 optimization? No idea. I've never played a Borderlands. I don't like them. What? Okay, there's something I've obviously forgotten somewhere because even the base level's doing it. Oh wow, okay. So for some reason, my 5.7 had anti-aliasing off. I mean, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. It's also washed out my lighting. That's fine. But we got our edges back. That's all good. It's all good. We're all good. We're all good. Look at it. Oh my god. It's like, can you see that on the stream? It's like a cleaning simulator. Oh, that's funny. It's doing it everywhere. On the Epic. I'm sure it's something because this was made in five, started in 5.6, right? So sometimes these things break and you have to just redo the lighting or turn something on and off. We have a mesh for that, don't we? Yeah, cool. That's right. Outsource the roof. Outsource it to Houdini. It's not quiet for me. I got bangers on, bro. Absolute banging music on. Look at this. Don't even know. We go Mariah Carey, G Unit, Gemini. Like, got some absolute bangers. Yeah, boy. Alright, so that's a 50 grid. That's a 1 meter grid. I think we go 50 grid and then push this one more grid space over. There we go. So yeah, I have a pretty nice add-on on as well. This thing's called like grid something. I just hit a hotkey and my grid can double in half, which is very important. What Unreal does as well. Mariah Carey, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What are we doing today or tonight? It's almost 9 p.m. We are soon, and welcome by the stream, AB. Abby, ABI, I don't know. Welcome, not seen you before. We're soon going to be doing Patreon chats and feedback, but we are working on our stream part-time projects and working on block out. So just getting the meshes ready and bringing it up when we can, you know. L1, L2, we're going for an L2 block out. Not far off it, and then we'll go from there. Really, what was I doing? Fatter roof. That's right, chunkier roof. Yeah, that is correct. You have to go. I think in editor preferences. I think. And then you have to. These are usually wrong, I think. So you want to go down in halves, or in certain numbers, right? Tens. So you can set it here. So when you hit the bracket key, you go up and down. So we go from 100 to 50 to 10. So we could have that step down to 25 if we wanted. Yeah, you have to change it, I believe. We'll do Abby. Too many A's and Y's. Confuse me. There's too many. Yes, that's also where I got it from. Because Nate is you see here, right? Like the depth of the roof when it kind of goes in is no, it's like this is 25 centimeters, right? So this is like 23 centimeters, right? So for the sake of argument, you know, this is you would want to just go to 25. So that's why it's good to like be able to just go up and down on the grid so that you can get moisture elements on it. Speaking of Nate Stevens, he is going to be gracing us with some awesome feedback and Q&A in 2 weeks' time. So, and we've recently had Scott Warren give a 3-hour masterclass as well. So remember, we got Nate coming down in 2 weeks for about an hour and a half, I think. Going to review the actual Patreon work and then do some Q&A. While we're here, actually, I can just probably put this onto the Patreon lighting board, well, the public lighting board, it's Patreon. There we go. So yeah, Nate Scott was here on the 11th. 3-hour talk. Then we had Thomas, and then Sarab. So, and then we're gonna have Nate. So he'll be popping by as well. There we go. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, so Scott came. We had Scott for an hour and a half, but it ended up lasting 3 hours 20 minutes. Yeah, it was so much knowledge, insanity. Catch up on the chat. Are you pre-planning for the modular pieces? Yeah, most of it's already been modularized, right? We're doing the last few bits. And then we'll do a review of L2, fix random bits like this. I think this needs fixing as well. And then I might turn this into one piece TBH. I don't know yet. I'm trying to use chunkier pieces and not being too micro modular, so just trying to keep it simple. It's like boss levels. This boss here, easy, one hit. Weak boss, this one. This one, just weak. Not even a boss, more like a mini boss. Let's test if he's listening. He's probably not here. Don't tell him, Leah. Don't tell him I said that. Oh shit, he's watching me. I thought you weren't here. No. So 25 depth. 25 depth. Nice. Yeah, that's going to work. And then we are 25, 50, 75, 100, 125 snap on there. We do need a pretty thick snap to get to there, so maybe for the sake of ease, we just go up, right? Because this only works on a 25 grid, so maybe we just have it work on a 50 grid. That way it's a bit more manageable, right? We'll see if that's too much, though. Nate gives off... Yeah, Nate's awesome. Do you have a Discord? The Discord is only part of the Patreon for subbing, so at this time it is kind of locked behind that. We can always pop by to these streams where we chat with the wider community, right? You get to see me be a potato in Blender and all that jazz. I still need to get that add-on. I remember V hates it when I do this. When I move the pivot this way, he hates it. So I need to get that add-on to move pivots easily. I'm sorry, V. Don't hurt me. I still have to move the pivot that way. It's been a while. A lot of new viewers. So we stream every Thursday and we do Patreon reviews. We have a Patreon Miro board, which is not locked to Patreon. It's got all the lighting resources on, but you get to see all the Patreon content if you were to subscribe. And remember, you get one video a month, access to all the existing videos, master talks, and Discord. And you get feedback on stream, which we're going to start in 5 minutes all for the price of a coffee. So if you're interested, check it out. I don't have a bot yet to put the Patreon out. I need to get Stream Elements, but I was a Maya user. Yes, is it that easy to tell that I'm using the widgets? Yeah, I used Maya for 12 years, and I've been using Blender since January. But I probably have like at most a month experience in Blender since January, so very slow going. Yeah, Mr. Brooker. He'd be like, "Who are you?" I plan to get Discord subscriptions, but the pay I have to do on top of base price. What do you mean, Pixel? I mean, Discord is free, right? Unless you're on about Nitro. Why the switch? Because I do content creation. And when I left, I was a teacher. I used to be a teacher before I went back into games. I lost my educational licenses, and I just couldn't be bothered to justify paying £300 a year to use it as a hobbyist, because I'm a lighting artist, right? I rarely model nowadays, so it didn't justify the price. I do miss Maya's viewport though. It's superior to Blender. I'm just saying. But I'm slowly getting used to Blender. I like it. I'm very slow in it, but you know, getting there, right? We are slowly getting there. It's just little things like collections and learning like collections versus parents versus empties and exporting the right way so the pivot is right, and it's just little things like that that I'm getting used to, and little things like in colored and lighting mode you can't access a lot of like back face culling and stuff. You have to go into in solid mode like that, and then when you go into this mode you lose certain features. So it's just little things I'm trying to get used to over time, right? Yeah, Blender's grouping is a bit Patreon, a bit Patreon, a bit scuffed. Oh, you mean my Patreon? That's all right. You can come by the streams and talk and chat. It's all good. It's all good. No pressure, but I do shill it when I can, because ultimately the Patreon funds the videos and stuff. Yeah, the collection system is like not like Maya's way of grouping is way better, in my opinion. So that's a big change to get used to as well. But like I say, it's got a lot of better things than Maya for sure. This is like a mix and match. We do little tomfoolery. That's right. Oh, I've used Max before as well. Max is usually. It's funny that you say is better. Maybe because there are modifiers in Blender. But usually Max people struggle sometimes because they're so used to modifiers. It's free. No, it's not free. Don't lie. You need like certain add-ons to make this program feel good. It's slight. It's still free, but it's a bit above free. What's that called? Roof to. I need to clean up my folders. They're an absolute mess. Roof alongside A003. What a scuffed name. Why is it called that? One second, folks. I'll catch up on the chat in a minute, and then we're going to go on to open Patreon call. Oh, my Unreal's bugged. Rip. Yeah, I can't right click. No. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay. No worries. We didn't need it anyway. Oh, okay. We just crashed everywhere. PC's dying. Catch up on the chat. Hey, Renzo. How you doing? Hope teaching is going well. I do most of the modifier. That's probably yeah. That's understandable. See, coming from Maya, we don't have any modifiers, right? So it's quite a destructive workflow. Yeah, 5.7 has been quite scuffed since 5.6. I don't usually crash that much in Unreal. All right, whoever's hopping on for Patreon feedback, if you could jump on the get ready. It's good to see you. We're gonna hop on and we'll do some feedbacks. I have to turn Spotify off because this is where we unmute the PC. And then wait for things to work. Yeah, someone come on, hop in when the first person's ready while I fix my headset mic. Test. There we go. Hey, designer. Am I even saying your name right? Because there's so many E's in it.
Yeah, it's designer. Hi.
Hey, man, how you doing? Welcome to the community. I know you joined a few days ago. Hope you're settling in well. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So I'm going to share my screen on Discord because there's a 30-second delay on stream. So I don't want to like give feedback and then it's like 30 seconds you see it. So I'm going to share my screen. What people usually do is, I'm going to unmute. Don't worry. Yeah, what people usually do as well is they will mute the stream when they're getting feedback, right? So I'm going to share that. Cool. So, am I looking at your latest thread screenshots? Which ones do you want me to look at? And what sort of feedback are you looking for?
Yeah, the latest. I'm looking for a feedback just for treating this as a diorama. Well, for the prop itself or the fountain as a, let's say, a prop. Is it like good in terms of texturing and everything in for a portfolio piece?
Okay, so your diorama is going to be this, what we see here, capped in a square with this sort of section in the middle. That's the diorama, right? That's the plan.
Yeah.
So are you no longer doing the full environment view? Have you changed your sort of direction of that?
No, I'm still doing it. I just wanna focus on a bit on the fountain. Well, I was doing on the environment, but I got a feedback to work and detail the middle fountain first and make it as a diorama for a portfolio piece,
Okay.
and then work on the rest of the scene.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. No worries. So I'm gonna look at this, and I'll go based off sort of the assets you've said, until you get the scene back into the main environment. So with your, I'm just gonna look at your textures to start off with, because we haven't seen this project before, so it'll be interesting to see. So this texture here. So what am I looking at? One big texture? Is this 3 textures stacked on top of each other vertically? So what texture resolution is this, out of interest?
It's 2x4, 2K by 4K. It's one texture. Trim
Okay.
sheet for the fountain. It has some decals as well.
So
on top.
how come you're using and this isn't to say it's wrong, right? It's more of a query of why are you using a non-square texture? Is there a specific reason?
No, just to like for optimization purposes, to have one texture holding all the information of the whole asset instead of having multiple textures separate.
I would say one thing from a technical setup is I would personally treat these as separate textures if you can, because non-squared textures, even though they work, they can cause a few errors in like different workflows and engines. It's not very common to do. So if you are used to doing that, it can, you'll be so used to doing it that when you work on, your next project and something goes wrong with it, or you work in a professional environment and you've got to split textures up, you're going to need to do that anyway, right? So I would personally like adjust into separate tiling textures and trim sheets, because we even do that on VR, right? There's no sort of major setback to it. There's nothing optimization wise that you're going to gain from it. It'll make your life a bit easier because you've got all this stuff to kind of blend on a shader, and then you've got to your texel density is going to be interesting to see as well with it being so long. So you don't have to change it now, but for the future, I would stick to square textures just to be safe, right? You're going to get more questions about it in your work, right? So they're going to ask you why you do 2x4 and why not 2x2. So it's just a lot easier, in my opinion, to stick to 2x2s and use multiple textures because that's fine as well. So that's more of a general note for your workflow in the future. Just keep it into separate textures as much as you can. So I would use this as a trim, maybe this big where my mouse is. All of this is one texture, that is one texture, and then that can be put onto another texture with some props, right? So, but cool. Art-wise, let's have a gander. So what I would do as well is just double check some of your albedo brightnesses. So this wood here seems a little bit dark for PBR. So if I look at it in here, and I'm assuming this is the wood, right? This section.
Actually, it's not wood. It's still like plaster, I think.
Okay. It seems, if this is plaster, it seems a little bit dark. So you want to make that a little bit brighter, ideally in the texture, not in the shader, because the brighter your texture is, the more light is going to bounce around, and there's a level of brightness you're meant to have in order for lighting to work in all scenarios, right? So if you do this at nighttime, this will be too dark, for example.
Yeah, just to note, the rectangle thing is the metal thing on the bricks.
Oh, like this one here, right?
Yeah, the middle thing is a metal panel, and the rest is just plaster. So yeah, it's confusing because I'm using the same the albedo with the multiplied colors, overlaid colors. So.
Yeah, this seems for me. At the very first glance, this to me was not plaster. It looks like rusted metal. So if you want to align yourself, there's a few things I'd recommend, right? Holistically and then technique-wise. So the first one is don't be afraid to use separate textures. It's absolutely fine. For albedo brightness, I can link you some stuff on that. We have a section here called your albedo maps are too dark, how bright they should be. So if you want to know why you should make your albedos brighter, and you want to know the how, not just me telling you to make it brighter, this link here on the Patreon board, this will help you understand a lot of it and why. And then this link, you don't have to pay for this. You can look at the YouTube, but paying for it is also good. This gives you actual. This guy's gone out and scanned a bunch of PBR materials and gotten the luminance value. And these are things you should be checking in order to make your materials PBR ready, which will increase the quality of the PBR, material response, and lighting in general, right? So this will work well in day, night, afternoon. Albedos are usually bright in Unreal. So I'll link you those resources. You can balance that. In terms of like, one more thing I would look at, again, is texture density. So do you know what your TD is, or what you're doing your TD to?
It's 1 meter by 1K per meter.
Right. Okay. So what would be good is if you can take a picture of, and you can do this off stream as well when you're on the project thread. But I'd be curious to see like your texture density of this. So putting a checker on it, using the workflow we have on Patreon with the plane, right? So I don't know if you've seen the texture density video guide, but I want you to put in a plane 1 meter with a checker on, and I want you to put the same checker here because some of this seems out of TD. Like the metal bit in the middle seems very blurry. This seems very sharp, and this seems lower resolution. So there's something with the resolutions going on. So sometimes you can lose TD the more you go into the project. So I'd recommend you put in your shader a switch, static switch, to enable a checker so that we can double check this for your reviews as well, because it seems a little bit off in some places. Yeah, it could be the fact that the art style of the texture as well, very grungy to not grungy. But yeah, do one of those. You can get the checkers I use off the Patreon. So I have a video called Texture Density. There's a zip file with the setup that I use. It's what the guys use on the voice channel to check the TD as well. Use that. You'll be good to go. All right, makes sense. Cool. And then the other thing I want you to do for next week, or again on the stream, you can tag me and we can have a look. I want you to take this render, this screenshot, right? And I want you to, let's see. I want you to put it onto whatever reference you have and bring it next week. And I want you to do one of these. Again, you don't have to. This is my advice, right? Of how I give feedback and helping people with material responses. So I want you to take a screenshot, and I want you to point arrows to multiple parts of your scene, like the paint, the brick, the metal platform in the middle. And I want you to point it to the most relevant reference, because this is going to help us give you feedback as well. So I'm going to look at this tower, and I'm going to look at this. I'm going to be like, does it look like that? Does it have the same material response? So I want you to do that with your scene, because that's going to help. It's going to help me identify if this brick should look like that, if this metal should look like that, if this floor should look like that. And it's going to help you as well map what these things should look like. So do one of those as well if you can. But does that make sense in terms of why you want to do it? Cool. Yeah. So outside of the technical stuff, this looks really cool. I see where it's going. I think once you fix some of the technical details, this is going to be quite a nice piece as a diorama, but also as part of the wider environment. For a diorama, some things I would consider is, if you are putting this back into your big environment, it's not a huge deal to do this on the diorama. But if you plan to use this as just a standalone diorama on your portfolio, I would bring in the scale of this floor, because right now there's a huge amount of floor and then you're building in the middle. I would actually, in fact, bring the scale of the floor in, so there's not as much space and there's not as much surface to look at, so that the focus goes more onto the asset in the middle. That's if you purely keep it as a diorama. If this is just a temporary thing you're doing to eventually go back into here, you don't have to do that. But if you are going to focus on a diorama, the floor surface area, I would bring that in much closer. And then you're going to be able to focus on the thing in the middle. You won't have as much stuff to fill in here. Because at the moment, this takes up more surface, right? The floor and the benches. I almost look at this secondary. So if you're going to use a diorama for it, bring that in. But if it's going into here, you can probably keep it the same, which is up to you on that one. But depending on the route you go, if you find that you're overscoping and you have too much work to do on the background, just make those adjustments on the diorama. Let's see. Renzo says damage feels too random. Again, yeah, your reference pass will help with that. So it's like you got so this damage down here, this is localized. It makes a little bit of sense. But then you've got this damage, and then this here, then here. Some of it feels a little bit random in places. Like there's damage here, but then not as much here, then back here. But then it's almost like it's uniform. I can probably see it. It looks like butterflying to a degree, right? Like Rorschach effect. So let's be careful on that. But yeah, I think your TD might be off because this damage gets very blurry compared to the texture. So the things that you'll do with the planes, this is going to help you assess, because you can't see textile density unless there's a checker on it. I mean, you can roughly see if the resolution looks off, but if you want to see legit if your TD is going to be correct, literally just use a checker and put a plane in front of it. So put a 1 meter plane in, put a checker on it, unsquare your textures, and then put a checker on that texture, have a static switch on your material, and literally compare them 1 to 1. I think you'll find that some of this is going to be off a little bit, and that's going to help you get sharper textures across the board. Cool. Let's. Do you have a wireframe with this? Because I think we can bevel some of this stuff. I mean, some of this here looks quite sharp. These little pillars. So are these beveled or are they baked? What's your workflow for this, Ben?
No, it's beveled.
And it's face weighted, right?
Excuse me?
Have you face weighted the normals on the bevels?
Yeah, I don't think that part is beveled though.
Oh, okay. Have a check of it because it seems a bit sharp here as well. Yeah, it's in a bit of a sprucker. I think some water damage here would be pretty cool. You got these little taps, so I think some decals on here of some like moss or dirt that has occurred could be good. Having a decal pass on this will help you a lot with localized detail as well. And then, yeah, I definitely add a few more polys because I can count the polygons here, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So just round that out a little bit more. We have room for polys, even on low-end platforms. I know these are going to be work in progress, but just rotate them so the seam is away until you do the finalized plant pots. All right, and just make it bulletproof for review. Cool. So, square your textures off. Get a checker and a static switch in. Check your albedo brightnesses. Look at the links on the lighting Miro board to see what you need to do with them. Add a few more polygons onto curved surfaces here. Whatever you're doing for the damage pass here, we can do this in a different way. So I recommend either decals or, depending how this is set up, maybe even an RGB mask.
I'm using an RGB mask. It's just it's using the mirrored version of the assets.
So is that why? Is that why this is? Yeah. So you don't need to mirror an RGB mask, right? Just put this whole facade on the RGB mask, because then you'll be able to get what you'll be able to get is the intersection between all this, between this, between these areas. So it could be
Yeah.
the authoring of your RGB mask specifically. Now, what's cool is you come on. I know you're on the voice a fair bit, which is good. V has done this very same thing in his RGB mask. So ask him to just have a look at his black and white map and show him your black and white map, RGB mask or red, blue, green mask, and compare. You have a direct comparison there as well. Because I think you can do a bit more on that and have it less mirrored. You shouldn't mirror an RGB mask. If anything, you should just use it on one facade at a time. I don't expect you to put this on the same RGB mask. I think one face at a time will be fine for the RGB mask. As you're doing
Okay,
it.
so I can go for multiple RGB masks for each.
Yeah, or you can try and work it in a way where you have one. If you think of the design of the asset, right? You could have one for this face, and then this is duplicated over to the other side. Player doesn't see it at the same time.
Yeah.
So they're not going to know. And then you have one for this side. So when you're designing your mesh, if you have it'll be hard to split this off, but using these pillars as natural gaps to just slot in the face lets you just reuse a lot of stuff. So if you absolutely need this to be merged, do an RGB mask for this corner and then mirror it over and focus the RGB mask from this area and below, because you've got a lot of interaction here, a lot of meshes, a lot of interaction and bevels. This thing here, I don't think the roof would need an RGB mask. There's not much going on here. I think you could just use decals. But wherever you have mesh complexity, yeah, RGB mask will be king when you're doing it.
Okay.
But cool. No, I see where it's going though. And when I first saw it as well, I really liked I think it's a unique subject matter. It's got a good color pop on it as well. I think once we solve some of the technical approaches to it, you are going to be, taking it home with the project. Because I think it's got some good potential in there. I'm just pasting this image. So go to the mirror and have a look at the albedo brightness as well. But cool, yeah. And I guess the last thing really is what I would recommend is when you put your images in, just put some of your reference in the same image so we can see how it's meant to look, which is why I want you to do that square thing with the arrows, okay?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But cool, everything I'm telling you, I've told to V and Leah, so they have versions of this stuff for you to compare against, like RGB mask and texel density. So the voice chat is a cheat code. It honestly is, with the knowledge you can get from people, and I'm in there a lot as well, so there's lots of knowledge to be had. But yeah, really cool stuff. Let's get those technical fixes in for maybe, don't panic and think you need to do it by next week. You can come to these stream reviews whenever you want, and we can review it from there. So keep these camera angles, come in next week or the week after, do a before and after, and we'll take it from there, really. But yeah, good stuff, man. Any questions you would like to ask me?
Yeah, no, nothing. Thank you.
All good. Keep up the good work, and I'll see you back on The Voice. Nice one.
Thank you. Bye.
70 roll. Just surprised they abuse decals so much. Yeah, lots of decals on some of these surfaces in video games. Doom's optimization is really nice. Okay. Who's next? Quick, I'm going to leave. 5, 4. You got a 30-second delay, so you won't even hear me until it's gone. You know what? I'm just going to drag one of you in. If none of you come in here, I'm going to drag you in. There he is.
Hello.
How are you? How you been doing? What's up?
Doing well. Doing very well.
Cool. So,
yeah.
What have you been doing since we last saw the project? Because it's been a few weeks. So what have you... Looks like you've de-scoped it, and I know we've had a chat about this a bit briefly as well. So, yeah, but what are you up to for the stream?
this last week I was rescoping my project, so I'm not focusing now on the entirety of the city side view, just focusing on this quite cozy corner for the ramen shop and vending machine. So I've been mostly doing some adjustments in their placement to find a good camera angle. I have to say I'm still struggling to find a good one. Part of the reason is like this part of the city wasn't originally planned as to be included uh in the in those progression shot from L0 to L5.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll see if I can find a way. I'll probably need to, like you said, like probably need to redo this shop from from the start, which I am kind of considering now, because right now it just feels like I just took this shop and just placed it right into this corner. So that's that's the plan for the upcoming weeks.
Yeah, I know we spoke off stream, but to get it on like the official review, that obviously for people that haven't seen, you were doing this big city and it had a lot of
Yes.
scope, and then you've descoped it now, which is good, but because you didn't plan the original block out around the composition, you're struggling
Yeah.
with getting it composed, which is why that has occurred. So yeah, so for me, like there's a few things you can do. Right, you can you take what you've got, because it's all trim sheet based anyway, right? So you just start again and sacrifice
Yeah.
your RGB masks, or you keep a similar style and you add a building on top of it, which I still think
Yes.
is a good idea. Like
It's a good approach. Yeah.
to have a building on top, almost like because then it can almost become a building diorama, right? So it can be something like
Yeah.
like I love this one, right? But this is like imagine a sci-fi version of like this,
Yeah.
right?
And I think it would make much more sense compared to what I have here in
Yeah.
this scene, like having the shops as a separate piece of its own, rather than
Yeah,
being
I think building is the key.
interconnected into a building itself. Yes. Yeah.
Like sci-fi, I don't know. But I haven't really seen many sci-fi building dioramas, to be fair. So maybe there's a
Yeah.
gap in the market there.
Because to be fair, I'm not much satisfied with the roof of my ramen shop. So I was considering to like change it, but I had no idea what to do with it. So I might just scrap it altogether and like make a building on top of it.
Buildings or
And
windows, that means more neon
yeah,
signs, that means a
like the
bunch of
building could be the
stuff.
main thing, and this shop could be an extrusion of that building.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And then you just have the vending machines off to the side on a little brick
Yeah.
wall, and it's a
Yes.
diorama then. And then you can have some close-up shots inside, and then you got your diorama shot, and then your context shots.
Yeah. Good thing is that this whole shop is like modular, so like
Yeah.
I can even remove the back portions of the shop and like attach it to the building, but I have to do a lot of trial and error.
So this was the older video, which it's not.
This was the
not working, sadly.
It just takes some time to like load up.
Where you look down at the ground and up, like, oh.
I'm always looking down on the. I'm like that Spider-Man meme, Spider-Man walking on the terrace.
Yeah, I think the vending machines are, like I say, the vending machines are cool.
Yeah. I got textures for all the screens this time, so it's all working. Yeah.
I'd say just getting like the buttons done properly, but yeah, these like I say, you spent a lot of work on these, so these are fine. It's just the building and extruding the scope on top of there. So yeah, no, I agree. Let's rescope it into a building corner and just start blocking out top of a building. Find some concept or find something from Cyberpunk and be like, I'm going to take that, I'm going to copy it exactly as I can, and I'm just going to place it on top of this like a hat, and then you use the same trim textures and boom, you've got yourself a diorama building.
I already have like 3 sets of trim textures, so I'm not too worried about texturing. the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that I have to plan something new which fits better into the scene. Yeah.
V, remember that I wouldn't drink from this vending machine. True. No one's getting a drink from that.
Wait, who said that? Who said that?
Slate.
Slate. Mm.
We'll call you in then maybe.
Oh
you can do
yes,
some
he
cans of
did
shit.
say he would drink. Yeah, I thought he said he wouldn't drink.
Oh, I
Okay,
thought he said
yeah.
he wouldn't. Oh, he would. Okay, yeah, okay. I mean, that
No,
makes
he
sense.
would,
He would
yeah.
drink from here, yeah. Maybe some cans, nice little, where you get bored or stressed out with
Yeah,
all the
some,
trims, make a nice little high poly can, bake it, and just put it around the scene.
Having some cans lying around around the vending machine.
And I know you've been looking at Ascent a lot, so maybe you look at similar camera angles and be like, I'm going to make this in the cyberpunk style, but for Ascent, and that's your universal brief, like an Ascent building style cyberpunk project.
Exactly. Yeah.
But cool, yeah. I think
Ascent. I think is the best place to look for reference if you're.
Yeah, they've done some. Like I say, they've done it.
Looking cyberpunk scene. Yeah.
The entire
So
game
good.
with one trim sheet. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So they were just focused on making assets rather than adjusting textures and shader, which is great.
It goes to show the versatility of a good trim sheet on some face weighted geo as well.
Yeah,
that's right. A lot of neon signs. Cool. No, I think, like I say, rescope building. That's the main feedback because this is going to change. So no, that's about it. Rescope it into that sort of formula. But cool. Yeah. Anything you want to ask that we haven't covered or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we have already cleared our doubts in the voice channel.
Yeah. So next week or the week after, whenever you pop back in, I kind of see an L2 version of the new building. Yeah.
Yes. That's right.
Nice. Good stuff.
Thank you. Thanks.
I'll see you soon in the chat.
Yeah, I'll take your leave. Bye-bye.
Yeah, get out. Go on. Let's pull this one down here. Yo. Where's the project, Leah? Where's the project?
Yo. Okay.
That's right. We're speed running. 7:46.
We're speed running.
7:46
All right.
PM.
Okay.
How are you doing? How's things?
Yeah, I'm doing good. All right. Speed run. Let's go.
All right. See you next week. We're done. You're doing fine.
All right. Bye.
Ascent one trim sheet. What did I miss? Yeah, there's a talk on YouTube, I think, of the making of Ascent and what they did, but they basically just have like one trim sheet that does like all of the game, pretty much. But yeah, it's on YouTube, making of Ascent sort of thing. All right. So what have we been working on? What are the changes? What's been happening? Let the people know.
Okay, so I've been working on finishing all the feedback that I got from last week and also from Beyond Extend, etc. So basically fixing the house composition, bringing the stable and Smithy to L2, and then adding L2 to all the towers, reintroducing the screenshots, basically, and yeah, so basically, what is it? I've hit the L2 stage, and now I want to enter the L3 stage. On Wednesday, I created a material plan for the main tower. So it's like I'm gonna talk with V on Saturday, and he's gonna go over one of his material layering systems. But
V the wizard.
The material wizard. Exactly.
What was that?
Huh?
Oh. Got some log.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Optimization range, yeah. Yeah, basically. And then on Wednesday I got some feedback as well, right? Which was from Timothy Dries. He was like, Leah, you have to focus on the foliage as well and like think about the background. So on today I basically focused on adding tree meshes to a scene.
Fairs. Alrighty. Is the thickness of these? Is this what it's like in the reference?
I have to make them smaller for sure. Yeah, they're a little bit too thick. Yeah,
God damn! Hold on.
they're very thick. Yeah.
No, not even that. But dude, this horse has been some moisturizing going on here. He's shiny. God damn.
Yeah. God damn. Yeah.
Yeah, like this shot is very cool. Like the background is like it's like it can be done at any stage. It's low risk. It's like this shot and framing around it is going to be
Yeah.
really good, and the roof reads and all that sort of stuff. There's quite a big gap between. If you're still working on it, probably, but there's quite a big gap between where the roof is and the building starts. Feels like really big compared to the house next to it. Feels like these should fall off.
Yeah.
Because you need to just bring this building back a bit.
Mm-hmm.
He drank the love potion from Shrek too. No, I'm shiny. Yeah, it's cool. Nice silhouette. Yeah, I mean it's a playable space. It's got most of the things represented. I mean, you just pretty much. I don't even know what L3 means, right? I think it's L1, L2, and just simplify the stages, right? It says block out, and detailed block out, and now it's production. You're just making. You just got to make stuff now. Make assets and either sculpt them or Houdini them. You got to figure out your texture style essentially, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because nothing has been textured yet to a final standard, even just a simple mesh. So you need to
absolutely
pick a tileable asset and get the read on it, because you've got the geometry, you've got the layout, everything's there. It's just you need something that shows what it's going to be texture wise.
Absolutely, yeah. My plan was for this upcoming week to focus on the main tower. Like I basically created like an entire presentation on my mirror board on what I have in mind. So if you scroll down here, here. This is basically my plan. So I'm gonna focus on the main tower. I'm gonna focus on here's my main texturing plan. So basically roughly what I've thought about. What kind of decals I wanna use as well, and then also geometry refinements as well. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like
I mean, you can see here like the scale. The colors around scale. You need more scale in there if that's the texture you're gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm.
Oh, you got the reference. That's good. Like that's the hard part, getting the reference and the intention. Now it's just you just got to throw stuff at stuff, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This transition is done via vertex painting, so should be pretty simple. You don't really need to do an RGB mask for this. Just use vertex blends and decals to get this the way it needs to be. But you got to pick something and try and take it to full material completion, and there's like a benchmark.
Yeah, exactly. That's my plan for.
Oh, your mirror boards too. I can't zoom in on it, but this little like edging on the arches, that's going to be good to have.
Yeah.
As well. Yeah.
I have that in here in geometry refinement section. That's basically I already have a tutorial down here. Which like I wanna implement that as here.
Like these bricks, I haven't seen at the moment a reference that justifies these being separate bricks.
Yeah.
So if you can't find anything, you should probably reduce the amount and then make the texture the same as the original mesh and just pop them out slightly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this doesn't exist at the moment. I'm pretty sure if like someone that worked on like Witcher 4 would be like, no, that's not what happens, because they know the history.
Yeah.
So let's really lock in on the ref for that.
Agree.
Yeah, it's just about textures now. Like the modeling is like you'll do props and stuff and high poly, low poly. It's just you gotta get the world building modular textures right. At this stage, I think.
Yeah.
Is the roof still offset a bit to the right, or?
Oh, what is it? The roof? I haven't touched that roof yet. Like, I know your feedback. And I'm gonna do a rework of a roof anyway. So that's where I'm gonna apply the feedback, etc.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. When are you gonna test these out on the tower? These scan materials.
What is it? I can do that tomorrow, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to test a bunch of stuff and go, oh my god.
What? There's important ref on that area.
There's a jump scare. Yeah, I don't really have any major notes. It's mainly the overhangs on the roofs of the buildings being a bit too far out for the size of the size of the brick. Like this chap has just a nice little one that pops out, right? So
yeah, absolutely.
Oi, it's me, your boy. The way you're typing, I'm gonna take a guess at who it is just by the way you type. Is that Ed? If that's Ed, that's amazing that I can tell it's you from the way you type. Could be someone else completely different though. But yeah, the overhangs on the roof and then the material, like you're pretty much in production, right? So it's like L3, L4. You don't want to level, you can't level much past the block out, right? The more you get into production, the more it's chaos. Oh, it is Ed. I knew it.
It is
See, how
Ed.
can I just
Oh my
tell?
God.
I just can tell from the way he types. It's Ed. He's got an aura, a specific aura about him.
The chaos, yeah.
Is Discord monthly? Yeah, it's part of all the benefits of the Patreon, right? Videos, guides, and talks, and Discord, right? It's all in one. Hey Ed, hope you're doing well. Congrats on your the thing you were talking about in the chat. But yeah, no. Geo overhangs and then it's all material focus, I'd say. The background's like whatever, right? The background's gonna be there at the end anyway, right? So
Yeah. I was a little bit worried after the feedback from yesterday where it's like, oh shoot, now I have to focus on the background as well. Like that's gonna take me so much time. So I hope
it's so far
that
away.
Ninja-
It's like you may as well just do the things in the playable space.
Yeah. I hope it's just okay that I'm like, I just threw some like trees and everything like outside. I hope like
It's enough
I
for
hope
now, right?
it's- Yeah.
So but yeah, it's reading really well considering like it's half blurry textures and then flat shade, right? So it just once you get your material knowledge down or how to apply the materials in the right way, you're just gonna be set really. Then the rest is like putting decals and vertex painting on the ground and the planks
It's gonna be
and
so awesome.
all that sort of stuff. You know, you retracted your message, but I can see what you put. One like at a time. But yeah, no. Let's work on those things. Work on the tower. Get those bricks off the side. Make them same color, and
Yeah, absolutely.
go from there. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Any questions?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, no, this has been good.
All good.
Think now it's only Slater. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I almost forgot. Sent me a
You
message.
ignored
Sent me a message earlier. Cool. Yeah.
Mhm.
Ask him if he wants to pop in. If not, I'll just go back to my thing.
Gotcha. All right. I will ask him. All right. See us.
So yours.
You forget me?
You were like, I'm not coming.
No, I said I will, but I'm not gonna. I don't promise.
I don't promise.
All right, all right.
All right, so where are we looking? Slay, are we looking at your project thread or what we doing?
Yeah, my project thread. My Miro board.
You probably gonna need to link me. Oh, actually, hold on. Cool. And where are we going to?
Yeah, that one, week 4. Yeah, I've made the changes you told me to make on the second shot, the focal length, and yeah.
Cool.
If you want to compare it real quick and tell me if it has improved, if you may.
Is Mirror like PureRef? PureRef's better for like if you want to like just get in and model. Miro is more for like anyone can jump on your Miro. It's more like the spine of your project for progress shots and updates, but you wouldn't necessarily use Miro to model from reference, right? So definitely better. It just needs you just need to go back a little bit. It feels as though like it's too close to the edges. But yeah, definitely better not being Dutch tilted. So just like either bring the focal length back a bit or just bring the camera back a few meters. Also, the ladders, like it's a good start with the ladders. They seem like really
Odd.
They seem like, Thomas. They seem really chunky, so. Is this accurate to? Do you have a ref justification pass yet? The arrows pointing to stuff.
No, I haven't done that because I've only added the ladder and the cable up top, and that's about it.
Yeah, get those in because that answers things with this, right? It answers what this should look like.
Yeah, currently I'm in the stage of I've decided to like finish out my block out and get ready for the production.
Yeah, I think the cables as well. I think you can probably make this a bit taller, and then the wires will have a full loop around them, because at the moment they go boop and then boop, right? I think this being a bit taller, and then looping in, and it's like looping in from the eye, right? So, and fix the scale of that and however it needs to look. Well, cool. What was the other change you did from? What's happening? What's the other change you did from last week?
I finished the bridge on the bottom. Yeah, here. Not looking too shabby.
Oh, your camera's different.
Yep.
Yeah, just use the same bucket. You know how to use the buckets, right?
Yeah.
Use the same buckets. I know it sounds nitpicky, but it's just super clean to do it. Yeah, no, nice. Yeah. No. That's a big improvement.
And I got the feedback to like fill out the area on the right side of the dish, the big dish. And yeah, I'm gonna work on that. Add more story to that. Yeah. You can check it. You can check the bottom version, the one on the bottom.
Oh, I see what's
with
happening.
a doodle. Yeah.
So I installed a keyboard macro years ago to automatically fish on an MMO, and it's been uninstalled ever since. But the keyboard has it's a ghost of the macro, so sometimes it will just activate. That's why it keeps moving shit.
Yeah, all good.
Ah, yeah, cool.
Yeah, that one.
With the dish as well, let's do some ref of that, because I think you have parts of the dish that are solid and parts that are spindly. And that will help add some variation to this as well. Also, let's try
Yeah,
and
I'm
get the
gonna.
rotation. At the moment, you got like a tangent, right? You got like the dish meeting up here. So if we can just rotate it a bit, so this can get silhouetted against the sky. So tangent is where basically where two lines meet into one. It gets quite messy. It becomes quite a tension point in the image. So right here, you know, you just want to rotate that a bit if you can.
Mhm.
I don't think you have any other tangents I can see at the moment, but you need to fill it out more, obviously. So that's why I was saying bring these up, right? So bring these up so they don't tangent out and have a little bit more space between these edges. But yeah, they're good improvements overall. I think a ref pass will help because this does objectively look good, but I think if you were to have the ref next to it, we could probably point out a few things. Like I think having intersection where things meet, so some decals or a vertex paint pass. So these aren't just like, you know, dropped in, right?
Mm.
They have intersection.
I do have the
things.
ref on the left, on the very left.
Put it next
Yeah,
to it
in the
for
green part.
reviews, and you'll be good.
Okay.
Let's make it. Imagine like I'm an art director that's super busy, and I just want the easiest way to see what you're doing, right? That's the way you want to think when you're presenting work. And it'll really be good in studios. People will be like, fuck, he's super efficient. Straight to business, you know? Yeah, so you can see here, right? You got like some decal work here that's localized, and then some work here as well. So what you can do this a number of ways. There's vertex painting, RGB masks, but the easiest way is probably just make yourself a take an edge loop basically around here, extract it from the mesh, inflate it a little bit so it is offset with the ground like this, right? I know it's scuffed perspective, but you're basically haloing a 90-degree plane, and then put a dirt alpha on it with a fade off, and you will get this. Does that make sense?
A fade off on the edge, right?
Yeah. So you want a plane floating in front of it, like kind of like this, and this plane is sort of matching the contour of your mesh, but not sitting on top of it, to where you'll get Z fighting, and then the UVs of this will just basically be, you know, a straight trim sheet, and you'll have a dirt pattern of some sort like this, and then you'll just alpha fade off the edges, and that's going to give you basically this sort of subtle dirt on anything. You could even do it here, right? So mesh decal is what it's called. Mesh decal of dirt. All right.
Yep.
So that'll be your research term, mesh decal of dirt, to kind of get on there and find out what it means, what it does. But that's again, many ways to get intersection damage between things. So you know, have a look at that one as well. So you like that. Cool, but yes, that ref does bring out a few different things, like little localized dirt areas and decal areas. So you could do another pass on this, but it doesn't need it right now. It'll be a decal pass and an edge pass to help break things up, essentially. Cool. So yeah, I think that's really about it for now, until you get the sort of civilian parking stand stuff in, and finding ways to break up this satellite with bits that aren't see-through as well, and the selling the scale, right? So getting like ladders, how do people get up this, and how do they get down, and does it have wires coming off it, and vice versa, right? So again, you'll need a fair few bits of satellite imagery and that's where all these things come together, like over here.
Yeah,
Link-
I'll be working on it next week.
linking it
or
to a
this
good
week.
arrow, good old arrow, arrows and arrows, make it simple as possible. But cool, yeah, good improvements. Some food for thought for material breakup, what to do on these to break it up, and the mesh decals, and then actual decals. Pulling this camera out a bit, lift this up, bring the wires down so they silhouette nicely. The trees I'm not too fussed about. Like, you're going to change them and change the placement of them anyway, right? So,
Yeah, I'm gonna change a lot of.
and chunky
I'm
ladder,
gonna add
chunky
pine.
ladder as well. Cool. Anything you
One
want to
thing.
ask? Yeah.
Yeah. Should I add anything outside of the building? This one we're looking at, like anything on the outside, like a crate or anything that would make it interesting.
Yeah. It comes down to like what's the purpose of it, what would be outside. You're gonna have to at some point address where this floor meets the ground, right? Wherever meshes meet one another and cause a harsh seam. You want to address how to blend that in, either with the technique I was telling you about, or having a some sort of trim that pops out. But yeah, I would expect that when you do start making some props, you will add some stuff in some places, you know? Like little, like what do references have? Do they have little wires on the outside or boxes and stuff like that?
But not anything too big, like in the middle or something.
Yeah, nothing too big. So yeah, just get a bunch of, I guess, you know, what do these have? I mean, these have little bits of plants here and there and a loading crate, but this is quite subtle. This sort of stuff's cool, right? This is always cool, having little things you can place on the wall that serve a purpose to add a light or a light fixture. Because, you know, looking at your looking at the building, right? It's like people live here, they operate here. But if this was nighttime, like Stevie Wonder, right? Can't see shit. So I would expect like to be something here, like a light or a light here, one above the garage, maybe, you know, stuff like that, functional stuff that doesn't clutter too much. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But cool, yeah. That's the most. I like the nature of this shot and it being simplified with not too much clutter. So I think once the ladders are refined and you have the light props in and you bring this up a little bit and silhouette those things a bit more, you'll be good. This tree, again, not too fussed about it for now, but maybe you move it or you shift it so that you get more silhouette in between as well. But also this just hide this, right? Even if it's just for this camera shot, just hide it in the sequencer because it looks a bit odd. Cool. Yeah, no, good stuff. Keep it up. You got some improvements to do for next week or whenever you next pop in. But yeah, good before afters. I'll clean all the. I should keep that just in case you need.
Thank you.
But yeah, good stuff, man. Anything you want to ask?
No, I got everything. Thank you.
Nice one. And your Miro layout is quite nice as well. In this
Appreciate
format.
it.
So cool. Good stuff, man. Keep it up. Yep. Cool. That's our Patreon regulars done. Some new folks that pop by, which is cool. Let's catch up on the chat, see what folks are saying. Very Thomas. Yeah, Thomas is we have some inside jokes with him. But cool, that's the flow of the stream, guys. That's pretty much the flow of how things go. We usually finish up around now. You know, just connect with people, chat, answer questions, and all that sort of stuff. I'll leave you with a link to the Lighting for Games board, which also hosts a lot of free videos, but also Patreon videos, lighting workflow, all the Patreon members with a cat. If you like what you see, consider coming to join. Look at all these videos you can get, all that sort of stuff. If not, see you on the streams. But yes, thanks, folks. Saw a lot of new faces today. Come back next Thursday. We'll chat again. Not next Thursday, the Thursday after, because next Thursday I'm at a party. So The following Thursday we'll be back. So I'll catch up with you guys then. Keep an eye on the YouTube channel. If you're on the Patreon Discord, I'll be around in the voice.